Jamie Collins had a smile that could light up a room. A farm boy from Port Alberni, he gathered friends wherever he went, and when he was still just a youngster, he came across what would be one of the great loves of his life, a sport that he embraced with all the energy and optimism that went along with that great smile.
When he was about 12 or 13 years old, he came home with a skateboard, and we didn't understand it as a sport at all. And he started knocking holes in the drywall, and it became evident pretty quick that it was a real passion for him, and he excelled at it.
Not everyone is good at everything, and he found something he was really good at, and he wanted to share that with others.
To say he excelled at it is almost an understatement. He was great, and he did share it with pretty much everyone he met. He partnered with his longtime friend Brandon Wells to create a business called Instrumental Skateboards and went on to offer summer ramp camps in the Alberni Valley, always reaching out to involve more youngsters in the sport he loved.
Jamie was just such a people person. He just really brought the whole island together. Every community of skateboarders knew Jamie.
And then, tragically, in August of 2012, that bright light that was Jamie Collins' life came to a sudden end in an accident on the Kennedy River.
Probably the hardest moment that any of us have ever been through, I think. But with that being said, we've all worked pretty hard to make sure his legacy stays alive.
His legacy, a legacy that seemed to take on a life of its own, even as those who loved him best were grieving.
After his passing, we heard from so many young people that came by to talk to us and just say, you know, Jamie taught me to skate. Jamie took me under his wing. Jamie made me feel good. And we realized then, even more than we did before, even just how involved he was.
Donations began to pour into a Jamie Collins Legacy Fund, a fund that his family decided should reflect the things that Jamie cared about, young people pursuing their passions.
We now just have a sustaining fund, and we support cultural, educational, and athletic activities for youth in West Coast communities, mostly through Parks and Rec, but programs at the Roland Arts Centre for kids, anything that will help kids find their passion.
Dinosaur camps, writing workshops, and of course skateboarding, programs that are chosen by the family to be paid for by the Legacy Fund.
The Jamie Collins Foundation supports a lot of programs that Parks and Rec puts on. A lot of this couldn't be happening without their support. The kids love it. It gets kids a chance to do things that Jamie really loved to do.
But there's one more huge part of the equation, the annual ramp camp, a free weekend of skateboard lessons and family time at the Collins farm, a celebration of everything that mattered most to Jamie.
Family, the farm, and then skateboarding. That's pretty much what his whole life was about. This is something we actually talked a lot about when we were kids, is basically having a spot like this. We've always done ramp camps for kids. We've always tried to support the community with them supporting us, and to see this kind of all come together is pretty special.
Nobody keeps score, everybody's supportive, everybody will show you how to do something else, and when you land that particular move you're working on for the first time, there's a whole bunch of people there cheering you on, no matter how well or poorly you did.
Over 70 youngsters attended this year's ramp camps, and hundreds have taken part in the various programs supported by the Jamie Collins Legacy Fund. All of it keeping alive the memory of the young man who was loved so well by so many.
He was such a beautiful person that, you know, when you lose somebody you love, it's pretty crazy to kind of process. So it takes a long time, and basically Jamie brought so many people together, so it's pretty cool to see it manifesting itself for sure.
For Go on Shaw TV, I'm Nancy Wilmot.